is legal in the hood. Hitting the bunk is imminent. Bruiser Brody cosigns, no song for immigrants. A gold 11 since Vittoria and Morella. John's a Jersey bad boy like Joey Janela. Young buck super kick parties with slay haters. Take a kingdom down when we hit the Rainmaker. Just too sweet for life, make them feel the burn. Convincing enough to work a scene a heel turn. We are the scene, Larry Dowell's telling it. You better tune in when the rest is relevant. Doesn't matter if the rock with the nation smelling it. The show, the rest is relevant. The local brilliance is a night evident. The leech will go with the rest is relevant. We will dispute babies as I hear imagination. The revival when other business with the rest is relevant. What you gonna do?
It's me, your host and humble narrator for this evening's main event. The voice of Relevant Rasslin Productions. It is I, Joe Fortune, and this is episode 10 of False Finish Presents Relevant Rasslin Goes Beyond. RR Goes Beyond is a podcast that exclusively covers New England-based indie promotion Beyond Wrestling and its sister promotion, Women's Wrestling Revolution. Buzzhumans, thank you for joining us once again. Episode 10, like I said, of RR Goes Beyond. Before we get into it, Buzzhumans, allow me to plug the social media as always, so you can, ride those digital buzzwaves with us. Show us some support. Guys, numbers are up. Thank you very much. We're getting like 40 to 60 plays on this show. We're pushing close to 75 to 100 plays per episode of I Dream of Joshi now. I would love to see the numbers go up for Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz, the flagship show, but it's not as niche as the other shows, so I could see why it wouldn't do as well. But come on guys, it's not just another wrestling review show. We cover a lot of pop culture shit, beer, music, as well as news and rumors. We don't really do reviews anymore of Raw and Smackdown and WWE shit. I mean, we do like pay-per-view predictions and stuff like that, but we cover a lot of stuff. Indies, New Japan, old school shit, Attitude Era stuff, old school Japan stuff, so... new school stuff, New Japan, all that kind of stuff, Impact. So, come on, check it out, Buzzhumans. And how can you do that? Well, now that we are part of False Finish Productions, the False Finish Productions family, you can check us out on both of our social media platforms. So, you can check us out, both of us out on social media platforms. So yeah, head on over to Facebook. Facebook.com/RelevantWrestling and Facebook.com/FalseFinishProductions. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Relevant Wrestling and at False Finish Pro. Subscribe to our YouTube networks, channels, whatever you want to call them. We're all over podcasting platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Audio Boom, Podbeam, Google Play. Yeah, we're everywhere. Hit us up if you want to get hosted, man. Be part of the False Finish Relevant Wrestling family. We got plenty of bandwidth, plenty of places to host and get your stuff on lots of social media platforms. So you could send us your file through Google Docs, and we'll get it up there for you. We'll even do artwork and stuff if you guys are interested in that. Hit us up, all right? Make sure to check out our relevant reviews. I gotta start being a little bit more involved with doing those. I gotta actually do some more of those. I've been focusing a lot on the podcast and other work related things, zines and that sort of stuff. But yeah, check out our relevant reviews on the notes section of our Facebook group page, on the Japanese Pro Ichiban page on WordPress. And make sure to hit us up on falsefinish.com to, check us out on there also, to see our reviews. Hit us up for your copy of the most interactive wrestling zine on the planet, The Relevant Rag, Issue 3, in production right now. That's right. It'll start to hit mailboxes in the next couple of weeks. That means I'll be shipping it out by the end of this week, mailing it out, whatever. Yeah, this is a big one. Like over 20 pages. I think it's like 24, 25 pages with the cover. You guys will really like this one. Lots of contributions. I don't want to spoil it for you. You're going to have to check the social media, to see the drop, to find out all the cool contributions and shit that's in there, but it's not one to be missed. This is our biggest issue yet, issue 3 of the Relevant Rag. Hit us up to get on the mailing list, and make sure to check the link in our bio for the Relevant Rasslin Pro Shop, where you can check out some of our other zines, our mixtape cassette, some prints, and other cool shit that we have for sale. So hit us up there and trade us your cash for our relevant buzzworthy wrestling wares. Alright, Buzz Humans, let's get into it. This is episode 10 of RR Goes Beyond. And yeah, let's start with where we left off last episode. On the last episode, I gave you guys a preview for Powerbomb TV pre-show and Women's Wrestling Revolution facelift. So let's look at that card, and I will give you guys the review of that now. This was a long show, as usual, another Beyond Wrestling marathon show. Geez, close to 20 matches if you were there all day. But hey, that's what it's all about, right? So this was 8/26/2018 Women's Wrestling Revolution facelift. This was at Electric Haze in Worcester, Massachusetts. Started off with a Powerbomb.tv pre-show, which you can see on the Powerbomb.tv app. No, not app. They should have a fucking app. You can see it on their website. If you guys want, I think if you use the word Beyond or Beyond 20, something like that, just look on Twitter, alright? Don't be lazy. You can find yourself a promo code and get a 20-day trial on there. There's over 1,000 shows on there from like 100 different promotions, and that's not a work. I didn't believe that at first, but then I counted it, and yeah, there's a ton of shows on there. So check that out. Maybe not 100 promotions, but there's a ton of fucking shows on there. Yeah, anyway, you can see this Powerbomb TV pre-show on the website, like I said, or on the Independent Wrestling Facebook page. So the first match was Dave Cole defeated Anthony Stone. Dave Cole, who does the artwork for Beyond Wrestling, he designed their canvas. He helps design some of their logos. He does a lot of paintings, custom Funko Pops, and artwork for a lot of the wrestlers that leave Beyond Wrestling. He usually does like a portrait or a painting for them. So he defeated his rival Anthony Stone. Why am I putting Dave Cole over so much? Well, this is his last match in Beyond for the foreseeable future, as he is relocating out to Colorado, maybe Denver, maybe Boulder, not exactly sure where, but yeah, he's relocating out to Colorado, so we wish him the best of luck. He's a Connecticut guy, so so are we. Well, most of us, at least, involved in Relevant Wrestling Productions. I mean, the False Finish guys, and Bruiser Brody Tim, he's a New York guy, but I'm a CT guy, Chris is a CT guy, so anyway. Next match was Aiden Agro and Danger Kid versus defeated the Hoods. The Hoods had returned, Davey Cash and Chris Pyro. Dark match between our boys Josh Briggs and Anthony Green. But these are all dark. I don't know why it says dark match. That's just what it says on fucking cage match. Josh Briggs defeated Anthony Green. And in a 6-man tag match that was like a kind of like a precursor or a preview of the Chikara Trios Tag Tournament Team Beyond, which was Brian Malonis, Ken Zagami, and Chris Dickinson And no, they did not win the trios tournament, unfortunately. I think they made it to like the quarter or the semifinals. Probably the semifinals. Yeah, I think they made it to the semifinals. They were one of the last 4 teams. They defeated the Mill City Hooligans, Brian Logan, Chase Delmont, and Matt Logan. Now, I'm moving on to the main card, WWR Facelift. Solo Darling on a roll in Beyond Wrestling defeated Britt Baker. Punjabi Pride of Robo and Samara defeated Vicious and Delicious, brand new tag team of Faye Jackson and Thomas Sharp. Maria Manic, the Man-Eater, defeated the Alien, Chris Stadlander. I really like her. She's kind of growing on me. Chris Stadlander. I think if she developed her gimmick a little bit more, she could get more bookings, kind of develop that alien thing. I don't really know what she's going for with that besides the makeup and stuff, but she's pretty cool. The newly engaged, married, I don't know if they're married yet, couple of Jeff Cannonball and Tara Calloway defeated Gabby Ortiz and Leon St. Giovanni. Oceana defeated Veda Scott in a really great match, which I'll give you a little backstory to this one. This was Tracy Williams defending the Powerbomb.TV Independent Championship against Shotzi Blackheart. Now, Shotzi had a match the night before or a couple nights before. I'm not sure for which promotion. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up so I don't, I don't withhold any information from you, Buzz Humans. I want you to know everything. I will not hide anything from you guys. No, let's see. So Shotzi had, here we go. It was from Nova Pro. So on Nova Pro Wrestling 824, Jordan Grace had defeated Shotzi Blackheart. And then Jordan said that when Shotzi defeated Tracy Williams on Sunday for the Powerbomb Independent Championship, she wanted a match against her. But Tracy had defeated Shotzi at the Beyond Wrestling, at the Women's Wrestling Revolution show. Therefore, Jordan had to come out and challenge Tracy. So Jordan was going to have her title match regardless. And that was going to be at a future date. However, Jordan was not satisfied with that, and she challenged Tracy Williams, Hot Sauce, to a match for that very night. And what do you think Hot Sauce did? He accepted. So yeah, we're gonna get 2 title matches in one night. Sure, we were. Willow Nightingale defeated Alicia Edwards. Hot Scoop Skylar defeated Taylor Hendricks. Sonia Strong defeated Tasha Steeles. Santana Garrett defeated the Bad Girl, Penelope Ford. Penelope not having such a good win record in Women's Wrestling Revolution and Beyond lately. Davian defeated Harlow O'Hara. Kind of think like they should probably be teamed together, not fighting each other, but whatever. And the main event was supposed to be Jordan Grace and Tracy Williams versus Robo and Samara. Oh, God. The main event wound up being Jordan Grace and Tracy Williams versus Robo and Samara because, we're supposed to have that title match. But they came out and asked for an opportunity, just like Jordan and Tracy had been given in the past by Beyond. And, Samara wound up pinning Tracy Williams. I don't know if that means she's going to get a title shot anytime soon or where they're going with that. They haven't really done much with that. But, yeah, Jordan and Tracy will have wind up having, their match, which would be at 9/20. Let me see, about a month out from this show. It would be on 9/21 at the Nova Pro show, Tracy Williams will be defending that belt against Jordan. We will talk more about that in a little bit. Actually, no, you know what? Let's just, I kind of want to go in a linear order of things, but that storyline kind of sticks, kind of ends with this. So what wound up happening on the 21st of September at the Nova Pro show, Tracy Williams versus Jordan Grace in the main event at Nova Project 4. Wow, this has turned into the Beyond Wrestling and Nova Pro show, right? Maybe we'll have to do a podcast about Nova Pro also. 5 shows a freaking month. 6 shows, whatever, however many we're doing here. Powerbomb Independent TV champion Tracy Williams defeated Jordan Grace. I don't know if Jordan was supposed to win this match or not, but she wound up rolling her ankle after a bad landing. You know how Tracy does the top rope DDT thing, hammerlock DDT. She landed funny, rolled her ankle. The footage is out. The GIF, the video, GIF, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. That shit is out there on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that. So you can see that if you guys are into nasty fucking shit, like seeing people get fucking injured. You sick fucks, I know you are. Lies, it's all lies. No, but they had to call the match, it seems, at least the ending. I don't know if the match is going to go a little longer. It was 10 minutes and 13 seconds as the main event. Tracy had, to pin Jordan really quick. Jordan seems to be rehabbing the leg right now. She should be out of action just about 6 to 8 weeks, but she claims she's going to be wrestling at Pro Wrestling Eve, I believe, this week. So who the fuck knows? More power to her. And that pretty much wraps everything up about Women's Wrestling Revolution facelift and anything that was related to it. As you guys know, the next Women's Wrestling Revolution show will be on 10/28, October 28th, same day as WWE Evolution pay-per-view, the all-women's pay-per-view. What do I want to call this? The apology, the gift. I don't know what it is. It's basically what they're giving the women because they can't work in Saudi Arabia, let's be honest. But that's not what this podcast is about. It's not a WWE podcast. We're not going to talk about that kind of shit. It's just that Women's Wrestling Revolution will be having their next show, big show. They took the month of September off. 10/28 in Long Island, Deer Park, Long Island. Women's Wrestling Revolution versus the World, presented by Beyond Wrestling and the New York Wrestling Connection, will begin at 2 p.m. and it will wrap up with plenty of time for fans to attend WWE Evolution later that day. I know I talked about and previewed this show on the last episode, but let's give you guys a little update about that. We have already scheduled to appear Tennille Dashwood, Shaza McKenzie, Charlie Evans, Jessica Troy, Indy Hartwell, Jordan Grace, Lufisto Kimberly, Hot Scoop Skyler, and Harlow O'Hara. Pretty stacked lineup, right, guys? Tickets go on sale Friday the 28th at noon. So make sure to grab those. It should be an awesome day of women's wrestling if you go to both the WWR and the WWE show. Holy shit. I mean, you're going to see just about every great woman wrestler out there. At least the buzzworthy ones, the ones that are getting noticed. Of course, I don't want to undersell anyone, but yeah. Check it out. Tickets go on sale Friday, 9/28 at beyondwrestlingonline.com. Yeah, that just about takes care of all the women's wrestling revolution news and reviews and stuff that we got for this episode. So now let's talk about Beyond. Beyond Wrestling. This one I'm gonna pull up from Powerbomb, not from Powerbomb. This I'm gonna pull up from, what is this, 411 Mania or some shit like that. The review of this one. Oh, this is from Wrestling Observer. Wow, I can't believe it. Anyway, Beyond Wrestling had a double shot on 9/16, I believe it was. Was that the correct date? Yes, it was 9/16, Sunday. I was there with my dad. We had a great fucking day. Double shot. First show was at, well, here, let me just read this for you, Buzz Humans. Beyond Wrestling did a comedy show. You like the way I said that? Beyond. No. Beyond. Remember that guy? That politician? Beyond. Fuck, man. Beyond Wrestling did a comedy show with 150 fans yesterday at Feast Sandwich Company, a popular restaurant in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Joey Ryan showed up with an entourage called the Bullet Club, all wearing Bullet Club parody t-shirts. Colt Cabana beat Orange Cassidy. Solo Darling beat Faye Jackson. Swaggle, that's Hornswoggle, beat Shockwave the Robot. Eric Cannon beat Chris Dickinson. Cheeseburger beat Super Cop. Yeah, Cheeseburger. Oh, holy shit. Cheeseburger beat Joey Ryan, including a run-in from the Bullet Club. Super Cop Dick Justice beat. Oh, wow. Yeah, Cheeseburger won the Feast Championship Wrestling Championship. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I hope they do more shows there. Guys, this was a ridiculous show. Lots of comedy, lots of beer, lots of silly spots. Dickinson and Eric Cannon, drinking PBRs and Del Shandy's during the match. Just a funny fucking time. Cheeseburger beat Joey Ryan. Probably the biggest win Cheeseburger's gotten yet. I don't know, maybe he pinned Liger before, but Joey Ryan's pretty popular right now. Super Cop Dick Justice defeated. I don't even know if he defeated. He had a match against Puff. It was like a strap match, except that the rules were, instead of touching all four corners, you had to eat 4 consecutive donuts in all 4 corners to win. So the ring was just covered with frosting and smashed chocolate donut. It looked like someone took a shit in the ring, but whatever. It was funny. There was powdered donuts all over. Yeah, the match wound up being Dick Justice and Puff versus the Colony, because all the ants ran in. Pretty funny. The ants would come in to eat the donuts. Who wound up winning this match? Well, it was actually Solo Darling's dog, Officer Magnum. A dog won a match, guys. A dog main evented a show and won a match. This is wrestling in 2018. Marks be damned. Smarks be damned. You'd be pissed off if you want. I know Jim Cornette probably is, but I'm not. I had a good time. My father and I ate some nice chorizo from one of the tents that was, from this tent that was there. We had some sour beers, some IPAs. After that, we went and had some Thai food or Japanese food. Yeah, we had sushi and fucking salad, and I had some, I don't know if I got sick off this dish or not. The beef was a little undercooked, I feel like, but it was thin beef. I had like this saute with like beef and basil and Thai basil. I'm a basil freaking Mark for the herbs, herb Mark, green herb Mark. Of course. Yeah, had a good time having a couple drinks in between. And then we headed down to the east of Varnum. No, we headed down to the Varnum Memorial Armory in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, which was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, if that, down the road from Feast. And we had ourselves another big show. Beyond Wrestling, Somebody's Farewell, probably. We had Lufisto, who had put out, if you guys are part of wrestling Twitter, and you must be if you listen to this show, right? Fuck. Oh my god. The jokes, they just keep coming. Lufisto had put out a bucket list, kind of like Cody Rhodes did, of wrestlers she wanted to face. Before she retires, I'm assuming. And Beyond's Twitter account had teased all week that they could make that happen. One of those matches happen. I had spotted her opponent at the Feast Championship Wrestling show, but I didn't really tell anybody except for Tim, as I didn't want to spoil it for anyone. But it was Viper, aka Piper Niven. This was a fucking awesome match. I think you guys should not go out of your way, but definitely check this match out. Don't go out of your way to see it, but check this one out if you have a Powerbomb TV subscription. So it was a great opener. Two bigger girls, hard hitting girls, no bullshit. Just a great fucking match. Couple spots on the outside. You could never tell that Lufisto had recently just beat cancer, and props to her. Buy some of her merchandise, help her out. So Lufisto beat Viper in another sick match. EYFBO, aka LAX, aka Team Pazuzu, Angel Ortiz, and Mike Drastic, aka one of the best fucking tag teams in the world right now, getting booked everywhere. Jericho Cruise, UK, New York City, Impact Wrestling champions. Yeah, if Beyond Wrestling has tag team champions, these guys deserve to be it. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's an Impact thing, but I feel like these guys should come to Evolve Wrestling and beat Chuck and Dickinson for the Evolve titles, but tag titles. But that's just me. They defeated the Beaver Boys of Alex Reynolds and John Silver. We got the comedy match out of the way early with Bill Carr defeating Bill Carr with Dick Justice. Yeah, no more Dan Barry, right? Defeated Jay Freddy with Puff. A lot of beer spots here and thick boy stuff. I don't know. That stuff doesn't really get over with me so much, but whatever. I like Bill Carr. Good match. Nonetheless. Alright, so let's talk about this one. This is the controversial one, right? Brandon Watts versus Anthony Green. I don't want to, from what I've heard, only Brandon Watts and Anthony Green knew about how this ending was going to go down. The ref and, not even Drew knew exactly how the ending was going to go. Brandon Watts had recently come back from a surgically repaired neck injury, by God. And there was a spot, Anthony Green does a schoolboy into the corner spot, and the opponent will hit the back of their head. I think this is whatever. Anyway, Anthony Green will do a schoolboy, and the opponent will hit the back of their head. I mean, I feel like they should hit the back of their shoulders and neck, whatever, top of their back on the turnbuckle. So they did that spot, and Brandon Watts kind of went limp after it, and he was not moving, selling really, really well, to the point where I think people started to get concerned. Once the crowd started to get concerned, people were starting to ask each other, is this a work? Is this a shoot? The ref, Stephen Domingue, he looked really concerned. Even Green looked concerned, obviously. They told, Watts kept saying, don't touch him, his neck is hurt, is fucked up, or whatever. They called Drew down from the balcony. He came running down. I never seen Drew move that fast. Sorry. Shit. No heat. No, don't give me no heat about that one. That's my one. Someone called 911. The real cop that was there thought that this was legit. And amidst all the chaos, Watts quickly rolled up Green with a handful of tights. Got the 3 count. So, Watts faked an injury. It convinced me for at least, a few minutes that it was legit. I won't lie. I got worked a little bit there. Makes me feel like, some people still give a damn about keeping the business alive. I know a lot of people were pissed off. Like I said, 911 was called, but what are you going to do? I think they were able to call them back and tell them it was just a wrestling match, part of the act. Drew was pissed off for a little while. I think cooler heads prevailed. I really think this was great, and it was a way to, for Watts to try to secure his spot, or at least, start an angle, do something controversial. He was forced to issue an apology via video. Of course, at this point it's been turned into a work, so he didn't give a legit apology. The video got not as many views or not as much response or buzz on Twitter as I was hoping it would, unfortunately, so we'll see where they go with this angle. He was going to be suspended, or maybe he still is suspended until he gave a apology. Now that he gave a bunk apology, who knows what's gonna happen? We'll see. I feel like they could really run with this. He got me, like I said, so don't be pissed off that you got worked, even if you're the booker. Alright, Booker man. Brian Malonis and Cam Zagami defeated the Amityville Project of Mike Verna and Rex Lawless. I thought the funniest part of this match was that Amityville Project now. Is that what they're calling themselves, even though Dan Barry's not in charge anymore. They came out to Mulan's I'll Make a Man Out of You. Come on. Funny shit. Tracy Williams defended his Powerbomb.tv Independent title against Tom Lawler. Really good match. I really like Tom Lawler. Starting to grow on me a lot. He's a good dude. He has been getting a little bit of a push in MLW, which I've been watching on YouTube down in Florida. I'm not down in Florida, but that's where MLW is, obviously. I like his work on there. I really thought he was going to beat Tracy Williams, but he didn't. Now that Tracy Williams has defeated Tom Lawler and he's defeated Jordan Grace, and probably as of the release of this show, I think he defeated Kevin Koo also. Dude's defended that belt 12 times already, so I don't know who's next for hot sauce. Willow Nightingale defeated Penelope Ford. Josh Briggs defeated Ryan Gallione. Really great big man match. Wheeler Yuta defeated Jaka. Surprise there. Nick Gage defeated MJF. This is a great match that involved a fake cop and handcuffs and chair shots, and that was a fucking funny one from Gage and MJF. They They had a lot of people thinking it was a real cop. This guy was dressed as a cop all night long, walking around, checking on people, this and that. And, you know, if Gage had used a weapon or a foreign object on Stokely or Thomas Sharp, he would have been arrested again for assault. You know, being that Gage is a convicted felon. Funny, a little angle. I appreciated it. And in the main event, the match that everybody was waiting for, picking up on the business that was done at All In between Brian Cage and Jordynne Grace. Great match, really good one from Jordynne. This was obviously before her injury, but she couldn't put the fucking machine down. Brian Cage defeated Jordynne Grace. Great match. No match times for this show on Cage match. Sorry. Good, really good main event. Yeah, probably the match that I would have put on for the main event. This was a great show. Lot of workers on this show, close to on this show and I believe there was a tweet where Drew said there was 40 or 50 workers that had participated in either the earlier show at Feast Championship Wrestling or the night show at the Armory. It says East Varnum Memorial Museum on here, but it's the Armory. Maybe it's the Armory Museum. Who fucking knows? You guys know. Anyway, yeah, Drew said there's close to 40 or 50 people that had competed on this show, including a dog. And we didn't even have Janela. We didn't have Riddle. We didn't have David Starr. No, now Riddle's in NXT. Sure you guys saw his debut. He debuted at a house show recently. David Starr and Joey Janela were in California working the PWG Battle of Los Angeles. Unfortunately, neither of those guys won. Joey, obviously. Well, unfortunately, I mean to say neither of those guys won. Jeff Cobb won. That's kind of cool. Joey did make it to the semifinals. I think he lost against Bandito. So that's awesome. I gotta try to check out those matches. Yeah, really great show. Me and my pops had a good time. Ate a lot of food, drank a lot, smoked a lot of pens and herbs and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, good show. Let's do a preview. Oh, yeah, actually. I don't know if you guys picked this up after the main event. Brian Cage had cut a little promo putting over Jordynne Grace, and he said that if Beyond was doing a tag team tournament soon, or an intergender tag team tournament, I don't know if he was just hinting, because WWE is doing the mixed match tournament or whatever. But he said he wouldn't mind having Jordynne Grace as his tag team partner. Now, if you guys are paying attention to Beyond Wrestling Twitter, they put out a tweet the other day that had a picture of Karl Malone and John Stockton of the Utah Jazz. This here Karl Malone. And I'm led to believe that that's a hint that there will be some sort of a tag team tournament coming up. Maybe another tournament for tomorrow, tournament for today. Last year was a male and female singles tournaments. Hopefully this year we get an awesome tag team tournament. I don't know. We'll see. But the next show that we do have to look forward to, since we already previewed the WWR show, would be Beyond Wrestling Presents Please Come Back, Sunday, September 30th, 2018 at Electric Haze in Worcester, Massachusetts, with a 5 p.m. VIP entry, 5:30 p.m. general admission entry, and a 6 p.m. bell time. Guys, this is basically a Stars versus Newcomers show. We got $25 VIP tickets and $15 general admission tickets, half off. Fan appreciation show. We got the free show last time with the Feast Championship Wrestling card. Now we're getting even more. Thank you with half-price tickets. VIP ticket includes early entry and stage seating only. I guess no food voucher, but that's all right. You can just go spend $5 or $10 on food if there is food there. Of course, as always, all tickets will be held at the door, so please bring a photo ID and your email receipt. Let's go over this card. Guys, card subject to change, so one match on here was changed or will be changed. We'll get to that one. Like I said, this is Beyond Wrestling Stars versus newcomers. Each Beyond Wrestling star booked for this show had to pick a newcomer or a new talent to be their opponent. Pardon me. So we got Wheeler Yuta versus Jackson Stone. Tracy Williams versus Travis Huckabee. I feel like this should be a Powerbomb TV championship match, but maybe they don't think Huckabee's earned it. If Williams was a fighting champ, he would defend the title anyway, right? Orange Cassidy versus the man that's being booked everywhere, fun size Marco Stunt. I believe he is the new Southern Underground Pro Bone Storm champion. Hopefully that show is up on Powerbomb TV, the Southern Underground Pro show from this past weekend, so I can watch that after, while I'm editing this. Like I said, Orange Cassidy versus Marco Stunt. Lufisto versus Trixie Tash. I don't really know who that is. Didn't mean to call her Trash. I thought that was her name. It's Tash. Josh Briggs versus Kurt Stallion. Heard these two guys met at the Los Angeles New Japan dojo earlier this year. I don't know if met means like hung out or played pool, trained, sparred, had a match together. We'll see how this one goes down. Should be a good one. Briggs versus Kurt Stallion. John Silver versus Chris Stadlander. Like I said earlier, little crossover Beyond Wrestling, Women's Wrestling Revolution match there. I don't know. I feel like there should be more female talent, more ladies on this show. But that's just me. EYFBO, LAX, Ortiz, and Santana versus Project Generation, Zoltan, and the Amazing Graysons. Not really sure who those other three tag teams are, but that should be cool. Another big tag match of Doom Patrol. That's Jaka and Dickinson, of course, versus Teddy Good and the Devil's Reject. And the match which got changed, which was probably going to be the main event, would be Joey Janela versus Tony Deppen. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this one. Me, of course. Kick out at 1. Hulk Hogan. I know all you motherfuckers are looking forward to this one. Tim, unfortunately. Bruiser Brody, unfortunately. Joey's still, I don't know. We don't know the results of his MRI. We don't know how bad his knee injury is, but with this match being, 1 week out from his injury, does not look like he's going to be on the card. Beyond made a post on Twitter asking who fans wanted to see replace Janela in the match against Deppen. I said Darby Allin. Some people said Nick Gage. We'll see. Gage versus... I think Gage or Darby, either match would be great, but I think they're more likely to go with Nick Gage if his schedule's open. Should be a good show. I was not going to go at first. I was going to go back to the freaking Big E Fair with my folks. We went yesterday. I had a good time. Ate a lot. Stomach ache for days. Yeah, did the show a little late. But that's all right. By the time I will have done this show, I'm sure I will have been at the fair and had stomach ache for days by the time this show is out. Just a little delayed with this show putting it out, but it's out now, so no worries about that. Anyway, I guess I'm going to go to Please Come Back on the 30th. I know Tim Bruiser Brody wants to go. Hull, kick out at 1. All y'all motherfuckers are going to be there. the relevant rag is in production, so I may look into having a vendor table at this event. I don't know if this is going to be the show. I don't really want to wait until next month. Unfortunately, we can't do the event in Providence anymore that I had talked about on one of the other shows. We want to do a little wrestling pop-up store. Well, it's not that we can't do it. We just can't do it at the location, the original location that we wanted to. We didn't realize that they only had a 1-month lease on the event space, but we're working on some things. We want to get our feet wet first, so maybe we'll start with a small vendors table at the Beyond show on the 30th. Please come back, hopefully, and then hopefully people will ask us to come back. Right, Buzz Humans? We'll just be selling zines and mixtapes and maybe old. No, I don't really have any wrestling figures or anything to sell. Just our zines and our prints and our mixtape. So come check. If that goes down, we'll make some posts about it on the social media. Either way, come on down on Sunday, 6 p.m. Maybe I could go to the fair during the day with my folks and then go to the show after. I'll probably wind up doing that. I don't know. Depends if we get the table or not. We'll see. Anyway, should be a great time as usual. Beyond's been killing it lately. Good crowd vibes. Seeing a lot of the same people there. Chilling with our extended RR family, the Suck Me crew. Just kicking it with stash pages. Always a good time at a Beyond Wrestling show. Shows are sponsored recently by Founders Beer, so there's always good craft beer to drink. Sometimes we get lucky, we get mixed drinks at some of the shows too. Good food, good times. Beyond Wrestling, Women's Wrestling Revolution. Thank you, Drew, for all you do for us. You spoil us up here in New England. We have a great time. And Buzz Humans. Do I have anything else to say? No, we got Women's Wrestling Revolution versus the World coming up on 10/28. We got Beyond Wrestling, Please Come Back, coming up on 9:30. Maybe there'll be a show in between then. Not sure yet. We will see. But that about wraps things up for this episode. Episode 10 of Relevant Wrestling Goes Beyond. Covered everything we need to cover, I think. So, with that said, Buzz Humans, let's get to signing off so, we can get into gear for, the upcoming weekend, the upcoming work week. We'll muscle through it, and we'll see you at Beyond Wrestling next weekend. Buzz Humans, once more, let me plug that social media. Now that we're part of False Finish family, you can check us out on their pages and on ours. And you can do that by heading on over to facebook.com/relevantwrestling and facebook.com/falsefinishproductions. Check us both out on Twitter and Instagram at Relevant Wrestling and at False Finish Productions, or False Finish Pro rather. Subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Check us out all over podcasting platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Audio Boom, Podbean, Google Play. Leave some reviews for us on iTunes. Help us get out there, Buzz Humans. We'll hook you up with cool stuff. Stickers, merch, all that kind of cool shit. Maybe some Hulk Hogan stickers, if he's lucky and we pass him out. I heard the mask is almost ready. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. Yeah, Buzz Humans, check us out all over podcasting platforms. Check us out check out our relevant reviews on our notes section on our Facebook groups page. Facebook group page. Check us out on the Japanese Pro Ichiban page on WordPress and on falsefinish.com, the relevant reviews section. I promise I will have some new reviews up there soon. Hit us up for your copy of the most interactive wrestling zine on the planet, The Relevant Rag Issue 3. Make sure to get yourself on the mailing list by the end of this week. If you're not on the mailing list this time, then any additional copies that we have left over will go for sale. And then you can get yourself on the mailing list for future editions. So, yeah, hit us up soon. Make sure to check out the brand new, not so brand new, but newish, Relevant Rasslin Pro Shop. Link is in the bio for all of your buzzworthy wrestling wares. You can get our other zines on there. You can get our FMW and Joshi mixtape. We got 2 different packaging options. On there. Got a bunch of different risograph printed Joshi prints and a pretty cool Joshi postcard on there. Yeah, showing a lot of love to Joshi. Since you guys have been showing a lot of love to us and our podcasts, like I said, numbers are up. So thank you, BuzzHumans, for tuning in and riding those buzz waves with us, spreading the word, and being part of the Relevant Rasslin family. So with that said, let's give some thank yous and shout outs. Of course, lots of love, relevant buzz to my RR crew, Tim, Chris, Jake, Dan, Jeremy, Tyler, and all of the rest. Big shout outs to our brothers at False Finish Productions, Greco, Tony, Brandon. We see you, brothers. Spot Monkey Radio will be back one day. Austin and Bob at IcoPod Podcast. I will be a guest on there. We will be recording this week. It should be a good time. I'll let you BuzzHumans know when that's coming out. It'll be plugged all over the social media. Don't you worry. When Relevant Rasslin, Joe Fortune invades IcoPod. Make sure to check out our friends Super Kicking It with Kelsey, Two-Face Wrestling Podcast, Paul and Kelsey, Heel Marks, Brady and Danielle, doing the Job Podcast, Mr. HVWA, Tenacious Tyler, thank you for the flyers and the logo help. Shout outs to the Suck Me crew. Shout outs to Hulk Hogan, who has been taking over the album artwork for September. Big shout outs to our man Kick Out at 1. Awesome Steiner Brothers shirt that he just put out. Check him out on Instagram. And last but not least, don't forget to check out Tim's page. That's Bruiser Brody on Instagram at BREWSIR_BRODY for all of your wrestling related craft beer or wrestling style craft beer reviews, pictures, news, and scoops on all the latest craft beers. So all you neckbeard hipsters out there drinking your New England IPAs, go on over to Bruiser Brody's page, add him on Instagram, and yeah, do it up. We will be working on a Bruiser Brody zine very soon, and we really want to try to get that out, man. Let's get that Brody zine and get that out there for you guys. So Tim, I love you, brother. You've been a big support of the show and my co-host along with Chris on the flagship show for over a year now. So it's time for us to do big things with Bruiser Brody. Shit, if I forgot anybody else, I am very sorry. But that's it, BuzzHumans. One more shout out before we go. And I know you hear it in the background. Dig that relevant rap. Thank you, Jamel, A.K.A. John, my Jace Spidey, BuzzHumans, for Relevant Rasslin Productions, and False Finish Productions. KK may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. False Finish Productions presents Relevant Rasslin goes beyond.
better tune in when the wrestling is relevant.
It's
Doesn't matter if the Rock or the Nation is smelling it.
to
Know
us.
your role and catch a
Damn
show.
it.
The wrestling is relevant.
Episode
A broken brilliance is undeniably
Hard.
evident. The leech will walk in wisdom, but the wrestling is relevant. We undisputed, baby. It's an area that measure wits. The revival of the business when the wrestling is relevant. For life. Relevant wrestling. The best that ever was. Relevant wrestling. The best that ever is. Relevant wrestling. The best that ever will be. Relevant wrestling. Oh, you didn't know? Relevant wrestling. Everybody's got a price. Relevant wrestling. To beat a man. Relevant wrestling. You've got to beat the man.